That
Um,
that isn't a double telescoping saber, is it?
well,
Okay, welcome everyone to the channel. We are doing another Making the Grade. It's been a little while, but we are back to see where Martyn is in his mission to complete the original 96 Kenner Star Wars figures in graded form. You got up to 80 last week, and your average has been coming down, and it was £88.53 at the beginning of last week. And that's dropped to £87.43 on average now.
nice.
So doing really well. How many have you got for us today?
Well, this is obviously episode 20, and I think you
Yes.
want to say something about that in a minute. But I didn't do this on purpose. Obviously, I pick them up as and when I can, but it just happens that I have 3 today, and they're all one of each of the 3 main characters in the original Star Wars trilogy. And obviously, I won't go into too much more detail than that at the moment. But I thought that was quite appropriate for episode 20.
Yeah, that's good. Well, like you say, episode 20 it is, and I've just told you I went back to episode 1 just to see how it all is now, or how it all looked back in the beginning. It's pretty terrible. I think we might have to re-record those early episodes. But I'm now in my third location, and your room looks somewhat different than it did way back then. You're on this old leather squeaky chair that I remember, and your room had all black shelving in it. Still all the TVC stuff, but probably not quite as much as you have now.
No.
And obviously the graded cabinet has made its way in there, but all that black shelving in there makes it look so close to you. It's unreal. Hopefully, if you're watching this episode, you would have already seen episode 1, but you got to go back and check that one out at some point because it's hilarious, and you can see just how hopeless we were at doing this back then as well, because that was some 2 years ago, maybe. Yeah, big time. Big time. I think it was about 2 years ago, wasn't it, when we started?
Yeah, it was just
this.
over 2 years ago, actually, our first episode doing this. So, so we're
Crazy.
getting there slowly but surely.
Absolutely. Well, like I said, you're on to 80. How many have you got for us today? 3.
3 today,
Yeah. So, let's get into it, shall we?
Okay, so my first one for this episode is a 1983 Han Solo in trench coat, obviously from Return of the Jedi. And he has the plain lapels, not the printed lapels, because there's 2 different variants of this figure. It's a no COO. It's UKG graded 85%, and in my opinion, rightly so.
Yeah.
And it cost me £75. So bit of a bargain, really, this one.
Yeah, off to a good start.
Yep.
I was just thinking back that one of the other things that we used to do way back in the beginning, because they were, in many cases, they were the background characters that you picked up first. I would ask you where they all came from, so no need for that anymore.
Yeah. But this one, no surprise, came from Another League Toys. But I think I mean, obviously, we record these way after I purchased them because we just haven't got time to catch up with everything else we're doing. But I think
also you don't pick them up, like we tried to save it up so you get a few in each episode, and now we're sort of getting to the point where they are a little bit more pricey.
Sparse. Yeah,
yes,
and sparse. Yeah.
But
I think I picked this one up at Sandown and the next one, didn't I? I picked them both up at Sandown, if I remember correctly.
Right. Okay. Yeah. I can't remember. But yeah.
but yeah, I mean, you're probably seeing an image of it now, and it's a beaut. It's Han Solo.
Yeah.
Had this figure as a kid, absolutely loved it. I lost the weapon straight away. I don't. I had this figure. It's one of the figures that sticks in my mind the most. And you know what? I have no recollection of ever having the weapon. So that probably came out of the box, and the weapon was lost within a 24-hour
Yeah.
owning it. But yeah, it's a great figure.
Mm.
I would. I know we're not going to talk about variants too much, but I would have liked to have got the one with the lapels that had the camo on the lapels as well. But the
Mm.
price of this one was so good, I couldn't really turn it down. So in order to complete
Yeah.
the 96, this was a must.
Yeah. Now I know we've spoken about like if you would upgrade some of those 75s that you've got. You've not got many to be fair, but like at some point in the future, is that something you'd look to do? Is pick up the ones that you would have preferred to get?
I think I've got three 75s, and the only one that I can think of off the top of my head is Chewbacca. And I've
Mm.
got to be honest with you, he doesn't look like a 75 to me. I don't know
Mm.
why he's got that grade. It must be the limbs are loose or something. But I'll have another look. Perhaps ask me that in the next one, and I'll double
Okay.
check, because they don't that one particularly does not look like a 75 at all. So I'd be happy to keep hold of that one.
And what about like a lapel variant Han Solo?
Yeah, you see, I think I would like a lapel variant Han Solo, but and also a Jedi Knight Luke Skywalker. I wouldn't mind having a second one of him with a green lightsaber. Having already owned two with a blue, but that's another
Okay.
story.
Yeah, yeah, for sure. Right, let's move on to your next figure then. What was the next one you picked up?
Okay, next one was a 1980 Princess Leia Hoth, no COO, UKG graded, 85%, and I paid £150. And this one was also from another League Toys at Sandown Toy Fair.
Okay.
And I managed to knock him down because I bought both of them. Very good price.
Mm.
Now this one is a great looking figure. Again, I had this one when I was a kid. Now this one's been a bit of a challenge for me. There's been a few figures that I've been looking out for a long time, and I can never seem to find them at a reasonable price, because essentially this isn't the greatest Kenner action figure in my opinion of all time, but it
Mm.
seems to be very, very difficult to get her at a good price. And once he knocked it down a little bit for me, and I got her for 150, it was the cheapest I'd seen, well, since I've been doing this, so I had to get her.
Yeah.
um and obviously, I keep saying it, to complete the 96 I need the 96, so I snapped her up, and yeah, I'm really, really happy with her. I think she looks great.
Yeah. Yeah. The guys over at Another League Toys have really, they've done so well out of you with this.
I've done well out of them, to be fair, as
You've done
well.
well out of them.
Yeah,
They've done well
yeah,
out of you. It's been
yeah.
a good partnership, I
Yeah.
think.
I sent them on holiday last year.
Yeah, no doubt. Okay, then let's get on to your last pickup then.
Okay, now this is a big one for me. This completes my Star Wars A New Hope, if you like. Some people don't like
Okay.
that
Yeah, yeah.
collection. So this is my last I needed to complete all of the original New Hope figures or Star Wars, and it is the 1977 Farm Boy Luke
Hmm.
Skywalker. The country of origin was China. It's
Okay.
UKG graded 85%, and it's very, very well worth that grade. It's immaculately white, because this
Hmm.
one has a tendency to where the arms and the limbs will go slightly yellow compared to the torso. And I
Yeah.
paid £250 for this one, and so
Wow.
that's
Yeah.
that's a lot more than I've paid recently.
That
Um,
that isn't a double telescoping saber, is it?
well, no, it's not.
Ah.
But
Yeah.
no, I would have been. I don't think it would have cost me £250 if it was a double telescoping
No,
lightsaber.
no.
But especially an
No.
85, can you imagine?
But a great pickup. A great
Yeah,
pickup nonetheless. And yeah,
yeah. No,
like you
this
say, these ones not easy to get hold of for a good price, are they? So
no, not in good condition either. I've seen a
mm.
loads and loads, because I look all the time. Obviously, this is something I'm constantly looking for, and they're always slightly yellowed, the limbs, and
Mm.
it looks really, really good for an 85, I've got to say. And it's an expensive figure, but it's a hard figure to get in a good condition, which is why it's probably that price that I paid. And I did buy this. Actually, I'm not gonna lie. This came it was kind of a partial Christmas present. So someone put money towards it, and I paid
Okay.
the rest.
Yeah,
Um,
that's good.
so So excuse me, I didn't actually pay the full amount for this, but um, I had to pick it up. It was a great deal, and
Yep.
I'm not going to say who I got it from because everybody who watches this knows right now who I got this from. Um, cheers, Dan. So 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 yeah, I had to pick this up.
Yeah.
Yeah, it looks immaculate. Really, really happy. I'm really chuffed to complete that film now of all the figures
Mm.
in that film. Um, so yeah, I've got nothing really else to add to that other than you can see how chuffed I am.
Yeah.
It's a great pickup.
Amazing.
Yeah,
Absolutely, yeah. Well, hopefully, Dan will look after you when it comes to collecting those last 17,
yeah,
or the few that you have left to get
yeah.
from the last
Yeah.
17.
Well, this means, and I'm sure you know, being the stats man for this, I'm sure you know, but this actually only means I need two more, and I've completed the Star Wars Empire and Jedi figures, and then I'm only down to the last 17, of which I have
Yeah.
7. So I believe this means I only need 12 more to complete the run.
Yeah, that's it. I mean, we're so close. Well, I say we're.
Yet
You're
so
so
far
close.
away.
Yeah, so close yet so far. Yeah, well, like I say, hopefully Dan can look after you. Let's get that graphic up to see how things have changed with those prices, because a couple of slightly more pricey ones there, it will have definitely done something. And then next time we'll go over that average, and I'll let you know how that's panned out. But otherwise, um, just one last thing to say, I guess, is thank you for watching. Please hit the like button if you enjoyed this one. Subscribe if you haven't already. Make sure you comment your thoughts on this episode, because we always love reading those comments. And we'll catch you next time. We'll see you later.
Bye.